Hey everybody, it's RGBs, and today we are digging a hole. And we're gonna do a little vlog, kind of what we've been doing on the server, and what our plans are and things like that. But first, let's kind of go into what's been happening with the actual work that I've been doing, because a lot of work has been getting done. So let's go ahead and just do a little fly through in the world in Game Mode 3 and review that. So probably the biggest thing that I've been able to finish lately is finally almost completely encapsulating the Nether Hub. The Nether Hub has been a source of a little bit of frustration. I've died a few times in here, lost my stuff, had to regenerate it, especially with mending stuff. That's been pretty annoying. I'm going to be reworking some of this. Now right now, while it's enclosed, I still do have ghasts spawn in here. Ghasts like to spawn and destroy your nice hard work. Great. I finished the Prismine farm, and I've been able to generate a really cool entrance into this guy. I've always wanted to be swallowed up by a giant guardian. I just think that looks cool. Been working on the entrance to this thing. I wanted it to be like you just got swallowed up by a giant guardian, get digested and shot out the other end, so to speak. I'm probably going to leave some of this nether wart in here because I think it looks nice. I might replace where I put it. It's going to take a little bit more growing, which is time consuming. I'm going to rework this particular wing. While I like the floor, I feel like it bends around the corner on the ribs and the inside of a guy's body. So I'm probably just going to convert this to glass and reclaim that bone. And I think that that'll be a really good thing to do. So let's go ahead and move into the actual Prismine farm. So the Prismine farm itself has been a pretty successful project. I started out with a bugged out ocean monument, which didn't exist, and I didn't have any sponges. And I thought, well, I've used potions before. Well, the potions weren't working. The invisibility potions for my the way that I would normally go about building a guardian farm. So I actually had to go through, empty this thing out with some sand and some friends, and build it the old-fashioned way, the hard way, which took a ton of time. Now, I do feel like this was a successful build. I'm very happy with it. I used gates instead of signs, which was nice this time around. It puts out a fair amount of ink. I used the dual ink Guardian farm design, which I'm pretty happy with so far. It does have a little problem with the ink getting trapped up in the corners, so I've been able to put hoppers in place for that. I've hollowed out the inside of this, and at one point there were slimes spawning somewhere in here, so I may try and convert this over to an actual slime and Guardian farm. I'm not sure if that's going to impact the efficiency of both, but I feel like it works just fine. I don't have any reason to worry about that. So that's what I've been doing. I moved the beacon from here and moved it back to my main base, and that's been pretty successful. Now, in terms of decorating this thing, I'm kind of going every chunk, and every chunk I'm going to be putting a new level, a new tier. But I've got a long way to go, and I'm putting this on hold because it's really in the decoration phase. And I'm tired of decorating. I'm tired of this whole project. This thing took me a month of just off-camera work. It was frustrating. I'm done with it. So I'm kind of looking forward to moving on to bigger and better things. Small note on how this thing actually runs in terms of everything else. Oop, there we go. I'm pretty happy with its performance. I built one of these before on my previous server, and it was very functional, but it didn't work as well. This time I had to empty it out. See, the other one I didn't empty out. This one's actually more efficient because it has a downward current, which works really well. So that's what I've been doing over here. Let's go and take a look at what I've been doing back in my own base area, because that's where my focus is right now. Let's take a look. So the base area itself has been kind of unchanged lately. I've gone through and started excavating, and we're adding in a few new wings. Nothing major going on in this area so much. We added in a few, paintings and things like that, rerouting storage around. But I've been looking at expanding everything. I'm expanding in a couple of ways. Some of that exposed circuitry there. Probably the first way I'm going to expand is by building some farms. Now, the hole I'm currently digging as we speak is going to be down into here. This is going to be a skylight into our regular farms area. And this is just to provide some interest and kind of connect the upper base to the bottom base. I've really separated these two areas out, and I feel like that's kind of a little bit of a bummer. I spend a ton of time down here, not a ton upstairs. So I'm looking for ways to kind of integrate things together so that it's a bit more up and down base type of thing. I've also extended out my redstone wing here. This is where the redstone area is. I've noticed that my basically my miscellaneous chests have become very full, and they've become full of two things: things that have not yet been sorted and things that should already be sorted. So my redstone things aren't always hooked up. I've had a couple of breakages in the sorting system, so I've been going through and sorting this all out and putting it into other categories, such as, you know, redstone, adventure items, bulk items, storage cubes, things like that. And so we're kind of going through and hooking up and making sure that the last of this is set up right. Now it means that I'm going to have to expand my storage. So right now I'm not sorting glass. I'm not sorting glass panes, carpet, or wool, or even really decorative items and gardening tools and things like that. So I'm going to add 2 new wings. One which is conveniently down here. This is going to be our wool, carpet, glass panes wing. This is going to be our clay, decorations, flowers, and dyes. This is kind of a sensitive area because, well, let me show you. We're going to just go ahead and fly out of the world here. This is how much headroom I have. Not a ton. I mean, we're pretty much right at the dirt level once we get right there. That's the bottom of the pond. And so it's tricky getting everything to fit in where I want it, but it's a fun little challenge. And I decided, you know, if things are going to be that close, I'm just going to go ahead and put in some glass ceilings down here. So that being said, I'm just going to finish digging this out, and we'll talk to you there in a minute. It'll be fun. So that's in a nutshell what I've been doing. As you can see, I've been really busy. You know, building a guardian farm or a prismine farm or whatever you want to call it is not a fast task by any stretch of the imagination. Even if you're you know cheating, which I've tried very hard not to do. At least not under normal circumstances. Now this is deep enough where, look, see, I'm like right down in my basement. This is the new decorations wing. And so I'm kind of just digging down, hit a cave, so that was super exciting. So here we are. Okay, so now that we're here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some sandstone, and then we're going to glass up this part up here, and then, yeah, just get this nice and open in the sky. Or what I could do is grab some clay, green clay. Would be a clever way of doing this. And I think that actually might be a little bit cooler. Just green clay right up through here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright, we'll be right back. And seriously, this is how much green clay I have. So it occurs to me I get to now make a wonderful trip through the nether to go get myself some more green clay, or some regular clay. I got some here, but that's not really enough. I know that's not going to be enough. So I get to go out into the dangerous part of the nether. See the dangerous part of the nether? Yep. And try and make it work. Try and go get some stained clay, and look, ghasts. Why do I not prepare for these videos? And like a fool, I've managed to come out in the middle of night. This is what I get for not bringing a bed, but hey, that's okay. We're working with this. Alright, so I've been mining mostly through the night, and I've got about, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of regular clay now. I'm a big believer in not wasting trips, so I'm just going to go ahead and strip away some of this red sand. Not so much because I need it at the moment, because I don't want to have to come back out here when I do need it. Alright, now I got a pretty full inventory. We're going to head back home, and we're going to go ahead and start dyeing us up some clay. course assuming we can get back safe and hopefully no ghast encounters. No! Get out of my way. Get out of my way. So let's see. Do I remember how this works? Die like so? No. Or is it the other way around? Where it's like this or this? Yes! There we go. Okay, so I've got this thing started. I had to push the wall back a little bit, which means I've occasionally got some leaking going on here. It's a little annoying, but I can work with it. Not really freaked out by that at all. We're going to keep this cave entrance open while we're working down here, and then glass this thing over when we're ready. Come on. Go. 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 You can't be busted. I need an indicator light. I need an indicator light really bad to know if this thing is running, because this is getting ridiculous. Oh, I think it's broken. No. It's broken. Okay. Alright, so we're back up top. Got everything we need. We're going to land ourselves down one of these corners where these glass blocks already are. We're just gonna ease. Ow! Oh, that didn't work at all like I wanted. So looks like we'll just go up and do this the hard way. Thanks, Minecraft. Appreciate that. Get this here. Oh, I'm going to need more glass. That means I'm going to need more sand, which means I'm going to need to go out to the Prismine farm because I got a bunch of sand out there. Okay, there are some real benefits to having a super fast furnace. I mean, it's something that I talk about every now and again, like it's a big deal, and to me, it's a very big deal. I had to go all the way out and get sand, and that was like annoying enough. But if I had to also, at the same time, wait for a bunch of my glass to get processed and cooked in a furnace, that would just take ages. But this thing, I just took a break, looked at what was happening on Minecon, and I had enough glass to get started again. And, you know, I'll be able to, if I run out here, which I probably won't, I'll be able to essentially just get more really quick and keep going. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and did I have Silk Touch? Yes, Silk Touch. I'm going to go ahead and break down these walls. Start destroying all this. So this little area will start flooding again because I want this to be covered with water. Okay, so now we have the wonderful, wonderful joy of essentially taking some time and filling all this back in. It's a little annoying to deal with, but hey, it's Minecraft. Alright, now it needs a little bit of light. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like having a big lit square under here, but just something that provides a little bit of illumination here I think would be really cool. So we're going to go grab some sea lanterns. I'm pretty sure I got sea lanterns. And we're going to do some digging and a little placing, and that'll be good. Now we're good. Oh, tell me. Oh, do I not have an... Ah! One short! And this, people, is why you have a sorting system, right? You know exactly where everything is. It just takes you a couple seconds. It really didn't even take me that long to get everything that I would need to make this one extra thing. Resources. And look, I don't even have to put all this back into 2 chests. I can just stick it up in 1. No big deal. Oh, so nice to have this big system in place. So nice. Okay. Not our hard work. Not our hard work. Oh. Ah. Okay. Alright. So we're putting in the last little bits after that fun little creeper attack of our clay. And this is fairly uniform right now. It's not like patterned or anything like that, and I don't really need it to be. We're just going with a nice little green room here. Aha! And we're missing a cactus. Look at that. Alright, there we go. Ah! Ha! Alright. Okay. Now we're talking. Let's tear all this out. Now we don't want to paint ourselves into a corner. That would not be fun. Alright. We are just getting the last of the floor torn out. This means that aside from the back wall over there, which I'm going to just tunnel out and do later off camera, add a few lights there, no problem. This little section's done. Alright. I think we're doing good. Alright. Now I'm going to be probably digging out most of my farms down here to the Skylight because I think that that's just an appealing way to do it. For now, yeah. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Let's look at that from the top. That looks kind of cool. Everything I would hope it would be, except for it's jammed shut there. But hey, this looks cool. I like this, and we'll continue on that theme. And it looks like that's all we have time for today. Appreciate you watching the episode. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you really like this video, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to, please leave a comment down below. Those are always appreciated. Otherwise, I think this video worked out pretty well. It took me like a week or so to record it and edit it, but I think that this was a better way of doing things for my personal schedule. Hopefully we'll get some more out like this a little bit later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.